everyone. Today I want to give voice to the voiceless in our society. I am Dr. Lenny Su, your psychologist, and let me talk a little bit about stereotyping and why it is dangerous in a multicultural country like Malaysia. Well, oftentimes in Malaysia, when you talk to people, they will say, the Chinese are all the tauges, and then the Indians are all the professionals, the doctors are all Indian, things like that. There's that stereotyping, right? So the stereotyping from a psychological perspective is really, really toxic, simply because not every Chinese is a tauge, and not every Indian is a doctor or a lawyer. And what happens when we do this kind of stereotyping is that we are excluding and we are denying help to those people who really, really needs it, like the 6% of the Chinese population that earns less than 2,000 ringgit a month, right? So these people, they have been neglected, or they feel a little bit distrustful of the system, and they have every right to feel that way because they have fallen through the cracks and they don't get the help that they need. And that's why they push their children oftentimes to study and to work really hard. And because they are working and they're studying really hard, not because they want to improve their life or whatever, but it is a survival. They need the children to survive, and one of the ways that the children can survive and maybe drag their way out of poverty is through education. And similarly for the Indian youth, right? Most of them who fall through the cracks, they end up being recruited by the gangsters, and they end up being part of this whole gangsterism among the Indian community that we now see. So all these things, we need to start to think about and give voice to, because really, poverty is not about race, right? And help that we are giving to these people should be based on their genuine need and not some sort of racial stereotypical thing. So the next time when you want to stereotype a Chinese or an Indian, just remember that by doing so you might be you might do a disservice to those in this racial group that really, really need help. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in our next series. Bye.